Somebody just put it, you know how like with certain like just the letters for like each thing, like you can figure out what it is. Like if you know and all that kind of shit. Like I'm gonna beat your motherfucker ass, you keep playing with me. Like that's one for how the fuck did you pull up to a party and forget the motherfucking perk?
That's a great
why, like how it don't make no sense how I know it right away so fast.
And I didn't even know that was a thing until after he said it, then I started seeing that shit everywhere. I was like, damn, that shit hilarious. And all I can think about is when he said it.
Before we get too far into this, welcome everybody. Welcome to the StruggleHolics podcast, episode 116.
We getting deep in this thing.
Yeah, it's pretty. God damn. Like a wash machine knocking. We are your host, Clayton,
Jay Smooth,
Alisha,
and Mondo,
and
the motherfucking wash machine. Special guest.
She filled it to the brim.
I hate when that shit do that. You put too many hoodies or something in there. You got to take them soggy ass hoodies out that motherfucker.
Yeah, you got to unknot them bitches.
Man, what?
Anyway, as you can tell, we recording this in my basement. But before we got too far into this, I want to know: have y'all heard that terrible ass song by this chick? Where the literally
booty hole.
Yeah.
Listen. I'm sick. I knew that when he was talking
one
about.
One of the lyrics is my pussy pink, my booty hole's brown. The song is trash.
If you're not dark skinned, that's bad.
And the song is so horrible. And
if you're not dark skinned, that's
I'm
terrible.
just like, I'm listening to it.
I don't know if she dark skinned or not.
No, she is. She
okay.
Is. But like, I was listening to it and I'm just like, yo, this is terrible. And most people listen to music with their eyes versus their ears nowadays. Because there's no reason that song should be popularized like it is.
I know, but it is kind of catchy.
It's not. It's really not.
My pussy pink, my booty hole.
Based off Mondo's interpretation alone, I'm here for it.
Listen, it's some ratchet bullshit for the ratchet bullshitters. I'm sorry, bro. This is what the music has come to, though. This is what it is.
Yo, hey, niggas made Ice Spice popular, bro.
That niggas a munch.
How was y'all week?
She said she gave niggas a menu of munching. She said, I ain't gonna tell you a bunch. I gave you a menu.
How was y'all week?
Yeah, mine was pretty chill. I didn't really do a whole lot. You know, I'm just working on getting a new place. You know, niggas overseeing welcomes and shit. I gotta get the fuck on before you be like.
Did you get on any wait list?
The one I went to, one of the ones I went to on Tuesday, I really actually like that place. So I already made like the application and stuff. So we're going to see where that goes.
So we'll see how the options going for you.
I would say you got to go on wait list nowadays. Cause
everything. Everybody's looking for places to stay right now.
Yeah, they had one available and then they got some coming out like May, some more. So
all right, here go the song. While Josh talking, I had to find the clip.
I'm looking for the hoes. Quit playing nigga, cause I go bigger.
I started over.
I'm out of town. Thuggin' with my round. My coochie pink, my booty hole brown. Where the niggas? I'm looking for the hoes. Quit playing nigga, cause I go bitch toe. Hey, Pound Town, just left Pound Town. Let my nigga, he just took a bitch down. Yeah, that nigga dick a bitch down. Yeah, that nigga eat me out. Pound Town, just left Pound Town. Let my nigga, he just took a bitch down. Yeah, that nigga dick a bitch down. Yeah.
It's really the beat.
It's
if you can bop on the beat nowadays,
literally,
that's all you need to do.
That's not good music.
It's just
it ain't. But
it's
all
not
music
bad
ain't gotta be good
Hold on
music.
now.
It is bad music.
But
she bopping on it. And it's
music
terrible. By that she bopping on it.
Don't disrespect music by saying that's music, because that was not music.
That's music.
What the fuck was
music.
that?
It's music is all about interpretation.
Because I'm saying, or how
interpretation
I'm
is.
Saying, rap back
Maybe
in the
her
day,
booty hole brown.
I'm saying rap back in the day was really
why is that something you bragging
ABC
about?
1, 2, 3 for real.
Why are you bragging about how brown your booty?
Rappers brag about all kinds of weird shit. Have you ever listened to men and women rappers?
So that's justification for y'all to be doing that?
Because she ain't that brown.
I'm sorry, like that. Still,
it look like it might be residue on that.
Downtown.
Yeah, like Find me an equivalent.
The Pound Town Lounge kind of fire.
Let's get on track here. we getting too far off.
Shout out to all the brown booty hoes out there.
Josh, what's the topic that I came with? Which one of my 2 topics do you want to hit first, Josh?
I'm
sick. He got that shit stuck in my head now.
Of course. I'm about to be playing that shit tomorrow.
Tell me how you learned what soaking was.
Oh, God. Let me ask y'all, do y'all know what soaking is?
No.
Actually, only reason I do know what this is because did y'all send this to the group or something? I heard this over the week. I heard
it over the week too, so that's why I think I possibly. So basically, it's really popular in Utah because it's really popular amongst the Mormons.
God, yeah,
it makes no sense to me, but
apparently, soaking is when a man and a woman love each other very much, so they decide to. No, I won't even say that. They basically decide
because they can't have sex.
Yeah, and Mormons you can't have sex until you get married. So instead of having sex, what they do is the man penetrate the woman and just stay there. No moving of the hips or anything. He just stick it in and just stay there. It's called soaking. And I also found out 20 minutes before y'all got here, apparently, because Mormons, they sleep in bunk beds and shit. So if a chick's over and dude's currently doing soaking, his roommate would shake the bed or like kick the mattress. So that way they're moving, but it's not them actually doing the movement.
Make the motherfucking dream work, man.
W fucking man.
The boys.
I'm not gonna lie.
In a sense, they're not.
That's a real one.
Because you're practicing chastity, which in a sense I kind of, very minimum, kind of respect it because.
Clay, you respected what they're doing.
If you're practicing chastity.
Clay.
That's not what that is.
Where is the chest?
Listen, that's why I said. That's why I said bare minimum.
They literally have convinced her to put the tip in and put the whole thing in, and because they did no moving, they consider it they didn't have sex.
I don't know.
You entered.
I don't know for sure if the whole thing's in there. That I don't know.
Dog,
you gotta soak the whole
thing. It could be
halfie.
It could be a halfie.
We've breached and cleared,
so
brother.
What you just
made entry.
No.
So you just umbrellaed it? So you just trying to...
You never know. I never soaked before.
Some of them ain't got enough to even stop. It's just in there automatically.
So you're at... My bad. You ever nut on somebody and then like just stay in there for a minute? Like, and just
I got a
chill?
kid. Of course I nutted.
Like, you just soak in there for a minute, my nigga?
You need to be asking you that question, Justin.
Hey, yo.
I'm asking everyone.
Hey, yo. Can't relate.
I mean, that's different though.
Yeah, I would hope you can't relate.
My thing is,
and apparently
there's some guys that come out less than that, so you know damn well.
The bare minimum at BYU, it's in Utah, obviously, and it's a very heavy Mormon college. If you have sex at college, you can get kicked out of college there. So a lot of students there are doing the soaking.
So are the Mormon people are they
for real?
Acknowledging that not being,
of course they're not acknowledging it.
No, I'm saying, are they saying say if they know someone was doing that, they're just like, would they support that or would they automatically be like, no, that's sex?
Yeah, they would count that as sex.
Okay. I don't think they would because I think if most of the men
they would just have sex
that,
then. If they know it's going to be the same consequence.
Correct.
Yeah, I think that is something because that's not something that one person just came up with. This is probably a common practice amongst men.
It's popular in Utah. It's popular at BYU. So
the restraint those people have.
All I gotta say is
that's why I say I bear minimum respect because the restraint.
Nope.
What
restraint did you show?
I would have been like,
you in the coochie.
That's fine.
You about to get kicked out if they find out anyways. You might as well enjoy yourself.
I'm in the coochie.
But that's if they find out.
Exactly.
Do all the soaking you can.
Technically,
I'm going to hell.
Technically, you fucked. Technically, you did one stroke. It just took a long time to do one stroke.
Listen, can you imagine
crazy?
Listen, I'm not saying they can prove it.
Could you imagine?
But technically, you literally have did one stroke that in last 20 minutes.
Like, what's the speed that counts as not
and then you just went out. So that's one stroke.
That's a good question. How fast? That's too fast.
It's not what you know, it's what you can prove.
It is.
That's wild.
Wait, hold on. How they gonna prove it either way?
Bed is even crazy.
No, the man shaking the bed is wild. But
how they gonna prove it either way?
Fuck it. I'm not going for that.
Prove it. go check her hymen and shit.
That friend is a real one.
Dog, that's what I'm saying.
That friend is a real one.
But
like,
is
so
it
if you're on
enough
the top
penetration
bunk,
to break
if
the
you're on the
hymen
top
at
bunk,
that point?
a nigga's on the bottom bunk kicking the mattress and shit. So like y'all moving up and down.
I wonder if they got a nigga who cold at
It's
the
called
kicking the
earthquaking.
mattress.
They call that
mattress
earthquaking.
they have designated to kick the mattress.
Huh?
I said, I wonder if they have somebody who like cold at kicking the mattress. Like, I
Probably.
need him in here kicking the mattress. Hey, bro, you need to have him kicking the mattress for you. That boy get you in.
Imagine
It's called
That boy get
earthquaking.
you in, boy.
you and your homeboy coming up, and she'd
That's
be
the
like,
nigga name, Earthquake.
And
she'd be like, actually, you get on the top bunk. You think you about to smash?
That's
She'd
technically
be
a
like-
threesome.
She'll be like, actually, no, you can be on the top bunk. He's gonna, this is awkward.
Doing that in general is wild. Especially you be the person because you know the
Absolutely
person that's because everybody there supposedly is practicing chastity or whatever. So if you shaking the bed for your homeboy, your homegirl, and doing all the kicking there, do you know that person turned on too watching this shit happen?
That's wild.
He probably beating his knee.
It's
That's
wild.
why.
That's what I'm saying.
For sure. Like, for sure.
Y'all think I'm kicking up here? I'm really rocking.
I'm doing it for
rocking
me.
myself right
He
now.
said I'm rocking the boat.
Shit is wild.
Bro.
I don't think that you might as well fuck.
Yeah.
You might as well.
You might as well.
I don't
Like,
understand
for
that.
real.
You just literally once you enter,
There's no point of there's a point of real return.
God ain't finna because if your religion, God ain't finna say, well, you didn't do 5 strokes, so you're under the limit. I don't think
You
it's a
gonna-
stroke limit with God. I don't think it's a stroke limit.
He's doing a tally.
Yeah, I don't think he care about a quarter of the
God.
shaft going in. I don't think he really is just once it's in, it's in.
I mean, but what you expect with a bunch of 18 to 25-year-olds all in one place?
Exactly.
It sound like some white people shit.
Imagine she get pregnant. You're like, no, bro, I was so.
Dog, cause I'm thinking about all the
I
niggas on the
hit that.
football team. You think them girls are not going after them dudes, and they not.
Listen, it's you.
Because they're coming from out of state.
Everybody's not soaking. It's probably a group of guys who probably are trying to stay
No.
to the
Is
code.
that the majority?
Soaking is popular on the internet now, like it's known about.
Yeah,
So it's
that's
not
what
just a
I'm
couple
saying.
people. It's not just a couple.
No,
people.
I'm not saying this a couple people. I'm
In
saying
practice,
it's just,
though, like niggas
everybody's
are doing that
not
shit.
practicing this though. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, everybody's
not.
not.
Practicing this.
Everybody's not.
Some niggas is like, I'm in this pussy.
Jamal Williams, he got kicked out of BYU for that.
Exactly, niggas. I'm in here. I'm not
was
about
only
to play
3
around with this thing.
It was only 3
We
niggas,
here.
and it was only 3 niggas in Utah. It was Jamal Williams, Carl Malone when he was there, and Donovan Mitchell before he got out of there. Ain't no niggas
And they
in
was
Utah.
fucking. All 3 of them niggas was fucking. They wasn't soaking. They was soaking in the shower after the fuck.
Nigga
They hit the showers.
He was
Yeah,
hitting
they
him with
hit
the
the
gummy
shower.
after that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I could not.
soaking is wild. Like
Like, are y'all kissing while you're soaking?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Probably.
saying. Are you touching?
What else
Probably.
is happening?
Goodbye.
What
Like,
can
is
you
she
be
sitting on
Goodbye.
top? Like, is she soaking
Oh
on top?
my God, that's what.
positions? How many soaking positions are there?
Are you doing it from behind?
Are you
Just
doggy
standing there?
soaking?
Captain Morgan? And the Captain Morgan. Oh my God.
this
Doggy
is gonna
soaking
be the
is
TikTok
crazy.
clip. This is gonna be the TikTok clip.
Hey, shout out to the boys out there doggy soaking.
Oh my God. No, there's definitely people
Y'all
doing
are
that.
wild.
For
What if you're a lesbian? That's what I want to
Call it
know.
a doggy bath.
Y'all just sitting on each other?
Well, you can't. Well,
Sitting with
at
each
that
other?
college, you can't be in public.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure at
wow. What if you're
BYU.
gay?
No, Mormons. No,
You
they
just
don't
chilling?
believe in that. So
Yeah,
Time
man.
out.
You know damn well.
So is niggas soaking
You
two
know
niggas?
damn well.
So it's 2 men.
Man, this a
no,
If
no,
two
they going
men
all the way.
together.
They going all the way. The men and the
Time out.
man on man, woman on woman. They going all the way.
They're like, we're
women on
setting
women-
anyways.
Well, technically, women don't. That's real soaking because they're just cooching on top of each other. That's real soaking
That's
right
factual.
there. But 2 men,
They going all the way.
Imagine you get
Are you
a dildo
soaking?
and you're just
They
sitting
going
there.
all the way.
would you
Because-
consider that soaking or
No,
put it
because
in
they're
the-
going all the way. Because the Mormon religion, they don't agree with gay love.
But listen,
So since they already don't agree with that, like what the fuck I'm about to just
We already
pander to
said
y'all
it.
for?
but not technically because they can because just because you don't agree with us like people in Christianity, just because you don't agree with us being
That's
gay, don't
true.
mean we can't practice our religious
They be
beliefs. still.
spectrum. They be in that
Christianity
spectrum.
is more lenient and more forgiving with it than Mormons. Mormon people, trust me, I've went to like a Mormon
Yeah.
church and all that shit, and I've been around them. They don't go for that shit at all.
Yes, they may not go,
But I'm
they
saying in
don't
your
know.
ideal
I'm saying
mind,
like,
they
it's
don't
your
know. If they
religious
don't know
practice.
about it, that don't mean we don't still
That you
can't
don't do
practice our religious beliefs and say, listen, we can't do this. Correct. This is what everybody else soaking. Maybe we can.
Maybe we could try.
I think they do the whole. I would
call that the toilet. They soak it in the toilet. They soak it in the toilet.
I think they do the whole Catholic thing.
That's soaking in the toilet after number 2.
The secret.
Yeah, I think they do the whole Catholic thing where they like just be quiet.
Why the fuck would you say that, bro?
That's soaking in the toilet after number 2.
Oh my god,
that's a dookie toilet soak. The other one is like a bath water soak. That's a dookie toilet soak.
No, that's like a
What's wrong
not
with
bath water. It's like a
no. I say a man and a woman is like a bath water soak.
No, it's like a
man on man is like a dookie water soak. Like you just that's a toilet soak.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, this ain't Clay.
It's factually just
no, that's not what we're saying. He's just saying
shit.
I'm giving them equality right now by bringing them into this conversation.
But comparing bath water to dookie water,
no, you have to make it more.
Dookie come out your booty.
We're more like the mud water.
Yeah, like man on man, like it's gonna be ass involved.
Okay, there we go. Mud water.
We're like the mud water. We're not bath water.
We'll clean it up for you guys. You mud water. Dookie water. It's dookie water.
I'm so lost.
What is bath water? What dookie water, man?
Oh my god, bro.
Welcome to the StruggleHolics podcast.
I'm saying that's equality right there. I'm bringing it into the conversation. I even say they're practicing their religious beliefs. Just because they gay don't mean they can't be strict with their religious beliefs.
I think they doing the whole, if they are practicing the Mormon religion, which secret. To me, Mormons are like damn near like a cult. Like that shit the Mormons that I've met and like actually been around, that shit's like a cult.
I will argue all this shit. Yeah. A cult.
When I lived in Kalamazoo and I was going to Western Michigan,
really?
When I was out there, they ride around on bikes in black pants and white t-shirts, and they wear that shit every day.
Gang.
And I think you can't talk if you have a partner. You go, so they ship you off to a state like
Utah.
No, not Utah, but they ship you like if you're from Michigan, they'll ship you off to like Texas, and you don't talk to your family, or if you have a partner, you don't talk to your partner at all. You talk to them one time a year, and which is on Christmas, and you write them a letter. You don't even you can't call and talk to them, and you practice your religion.
That letter probably say some crazy stuff.
You practice your religion, I think, for like 2 years.
I can't wait to soak with you.
And you wear this outfit every day. Like you don't.
So they like a cartoon character.
Like I said, it's like a cult.
They got they open up the closet. There's 30 of the same, all whites, all blacks.
Then they at least this is the Mormons that I've met, and this is what they told me and everything. And dude was telling me he had a girl back home. I forgot what state it was, but he's like, she waiting on him and all that shit. And me and my homeboy look at each other like, this chick is not waiting on this nigga. Because it's for 2 years. He's gone for 2 years. And you can only write her once a year. And
he's soaking at somebody.
They do the whole Jehovah's Witness thing where they go like knocking on doors and try to tell people
evangelists.
Yeah.
Could you imagine a conversation? Did you soak with him? Be honest.
So,
how long did he soak? Did he soak?
How long do they be leaving for?
Full penetration.
2 years.
Did you rock the bed?
You don't even talk to your family.
You had to rock the bed.
I'll see y'all when I get back, bro. Hey, what happened here? Happened here. So,
and then that's why I say like if they are practicing their faith, which I find very hard to believe because that's a very strict and hard faith. But like if you are practicing, you on the down low. I think they do the whole Catholic thing where they like the people that be in the closet and the whole Catholic thing. They be on the down low with presenting that they not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I feel like I'm shitting on the Catholic religion saying that, but oh well.
Hey,
it's just an example.
Y'all got a long line.
Everybody shits on their religion
boy
in some
touching
way.
over there.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm just saying that
y'all be doing some
little boy touching is common over there in the Catholic house.
Hey, man.
Some extracurriculars.
That's the bad stereotype about Catholic.
Yeah.
It's just a
I mean, it's not.
No, it's not just stereotypes can be true.
It's that the community be doing.
Listen, it happened too many times in that religion for it to not be true.
Correct.
Exactly.
There's a whole movie about it.
They be looking like pedos.
Oh, a couple movies about it.
It look like they breed pedos over there.
They be giving me weird vibes.
Anyway, the next topic I came up with. Did y'all
stop? The next topic now.
Did y'all hear about the alleged Andrew Wiggins situation? Why he's been gone away from?
Just heard about that today.
The Warriors.
No.
This is alleged.
Let him know, Clay.
We don't know if it's true or not because he's been gone away from the team for at least a month, a little bit over a month for personal reasons.
I mean, that's true, but allegedly,
the reason is that apparently his wife been having an affair with his best friend behind his back, and his 2 kids are not his; they're his best friends.
The tea is piping hot.
And it started because one dude on TikTok came out, and I think he said he was like an insider or whatever. He knew the situation, so he came out on TikTok and said it. Nobody's came out and like said that that's not what it is. The Warriors haven't came out and said it. Andrew Wiggins hasn't came out and said it. Nobody came to announce it besides his wife. His wife came out and said like the internet is fucking disgusting. That is so far from the actual fucking truth of what's going on.
Is the best friend on the team, or he just said nobody?
No,
regular nigga.
Yeah, this is like his homeboy and
regular nigga.
I got to the league and you've been my homeboy type shit.
And then you even hit my girl behind my back.
That's if it's
so
true. This is allegedly.
So we gonna go. So we finna podcast about this as if it happened, but it's allegedly. So we gonna go down our fantasy land of it did happen currently.
Okay.
If it did, how you feel about it, Clay?
He gotta die. He gotta die.
They gotta die.
I was not
It
expecting.
ain't even just a he.
Okay.
And then because
his daughter, I think his daughter's like 5 years old.
To make it even worse, they have 2 kids.
Yeah,
and both of them are suspected.
That's the suspected.
Yeah, this is all alleged. We don't know. This is just us being chatty patties right now.
If that shit is true,
betrayal.
Hey man, I've never thought about like really wanting to harm somebody like really bad. Like I might fucking kill that dude, bro.
I thought about harming people, but
yeah, not like definitely harm them. Man,
having a kid makes you look at shit completely differently.
Yeah,
and like after you have a kid, and then you hear all this like situations where a kid's possibly not yours. I just immediately put myself in a situation with my kid, find out he's not mine, and the feelings that I get, I'm like, oh yeah, he gotta die. Ain't no way in hell you about to be hitting my wife behind my back, then pop out 2 kids with her and make me raise them as if they mine.
Oh, I'm paying.
I'm not even mad about. This is the thing.
Oh, both of them
not
are
even
dying.
mad.
I'm mad. This is what I'm. No, listen. No, listen.
All right.
It's not even them. The bond that I just created with these little girls.
That's absolutely horrible.
And the fact that these are the only kids that I have, that I know that I have. And the experience, like Clay would tell you, as a father, when you first have your kid, the experiences that you go through with that kid, it's a joy beyond no other. Mm-hmm. The feelings that you have for that kid is beyond no other. Because
and watching them grow.
Yes, it's of you. And to find out that this is no longer of you, and to feel like you really been stripped of that first child presence in your life, that is what's gonna kill me. It's not even that y'all been fucking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm mad at that.
Like you just being a hoe. Like,
but for 5 years, I've been looking these girls in the eyes, telling them I love them, putting them to bed, taking care of them, going to daddy-daughter dances, literally been experiencing all of this stuff as if this is my first time with my daughter. And when you have a daughter, it's different from having a son. I tell you that.
I only know the difference. I only know
it's a different feeling.
I know.
With having a daughter.
I can guarantee you it is.
Nigga. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm getting passionate about that. Boy,
I'm about to flip this table over.
Listen, bro, that's some bullshit.
Hell, Josh, just you living here and you watch how much Kingston has advanced in just that time you've been here alone. Like watching him grow every day, seeing him be more like me, and him being turned into his own little individual and everything. It's the best feeling in the fucking world. He drives me crazy. Bro. He used to drive me up a fucking wall, but I fucking love him to death. I would do anything for him. Then I turn around and find out that he's not mine. And not only is he not mine, my other child is not mine too. Bro,
name my best friend kids.
Yeah, and
these
you
little
my
fuckers, they could have been my goddamn god kids and we could have been cool with this.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm thinking they're mine, bro.
And then in a situation like this too, the part that fucks it up too, like if I found out these kids was mine, it hurt more because you the dude I'ma call.
Yeah. You the god daddy.
You the dude that I'm supposed to hit up, and when I'm going through, you supposed to be by my side. Now I found out that you the one that caused this shit.
Yeah. Bro.
Now I'm devastated even more.
What do you do?
Like, what all did you say during that time that you knew to keep that a secret?
What do you do?
Like, it bring up so many more questions. You can't even.
Are they married? Is that his wife?
Yeah, that was Andrew Wiggins' wife.
This
is like I said. This is all alleged.
Now listen, if the best friend is the God Daddy, he literally he stuck true to the word God Daddy. It's how God did Jesus to Mary.
Get out. You're out of pocket. You're out of pocket.
Mondo was never in from the start of the episode.
And how he has listen, because how God did Mary with Joseph.
No, the fuck you did not.
Goodbye.
That's literally what his best friend did to him.
He took that literally.
That situation is.
He literally the God Daddy.
Mondo ain't shit. Mondo ain't shit.
On one today. You're going crazy.
I'm telling you. Oh, wait, I be forgetting we got a soundboard here.
Please
God
play
damn
us
it.
out because we can't breathe.
That's fucked up, bro.
God damn it. This shit don't want to act.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
That's fucked up.
You're out of pocket. You're done. You're done. You're done. We need to add that to the board. You're done.
I'm pissed at
He
that
the first
shit.
true God Daddy out here, man. Well, that we know of, because this is more common than we actually think.
Oh yeah, no, I know it's common, but
This is more common than we
The
think.
best friend is just another low.
Like, no matter how common it is, it don't take away from the amount of pain and everything that the person that's dealing with the shit has to go through.
I don't know.
Like, bro, that shit is just.
Is she fine too?
She look good. She's a good looking chick. I just don't know.
Don't let her looks fool you like that one bitch talking about her brown booty hole. Don't fall for that.
Play hit the top floors one time. Let's see what we got.
Let's see.
Pause. A little pause.
Because if she look good, that's insult to injury.
We ain't no New York nigga, but that definitely was a pause moment.
Pause, bro.
We need to see some receipts. We need to see some.
Okay. Okay, she got
I'm blind. Oh, she cute. Damn.
Don't allow that to excuse that alleged behavior.
Damn. Girl.
See,
I know they kids cute. Well, her and the other man's kid. The kids.
Even Alisha phone first.
And that also devastates the little girl.
That's horrible.
That's what I'm saying.
'Cause I forgot how old his youngest daughter is, but the 5-year-old, she knows who daddy is.
Like
Now you gotta
that
explain. Now you gotta explain uncle is really your dad.
No.
And your dad is not really your dad. You gotta explain that.
Yeah,
Explain
like-
your actions.
The most hurt is definitely on the child in that situation.
In
for
my
sure.
heart, I hope this isn't true.
And
I hope they're just getting a good old fashioned divorce.
yeah. Oh, so they are getting a divorce though? Do we know that?
I don't know.
We don't know that at all.
Nothing
Nothing has
came.
been leaked.
Oh, he's just been out.
Yeah,
They
he's
just
been.
said-
It said he's been gone for personal reasons, and then the story.
Oh, she
came
for
out.
sure fucked her. Personal reasons
Yeah, he's been gone for over a month.
and made no statements.
She came out and said that the internet's a sick place because that's far from the truth of what actually is going on. That's all she said. Nobody else has came out and said anything whatsoever.
Warriors didn't say nothing.
Somebody's
Andrew
sleeping
Wiggins
with
didn't say
somebody.
nothing.
Yeah. Far from the truth. So one kid just ain't here. That's far from the truth.
That's so far from the truth. We only had sex the 2 times, and then we had the 2 kids, and that was it.
God.
It wasn't a relationship.
I feel bad.
Damn,
So
I had a
That's
question, but I
horrible. That
lost
makes
it,
my
man.
gut like hurt that people could do stuff like that.
Oh, and this is the thing also. Since they're married, the kids are technically his regardless.
In the legal terms,
if you
correct.
get married before all that happened, your kid.
He would even if they divorce anything, he would have to take child support.
What would you do?
Because
It
legally they're
depends.
your kids.
It depends if
Wow.
the kid. The second kid is born after he was married. I don't know if the first kid was.
okay.
So legally,
I don't even know.
he
I
can go
think
to-
even if once you get married, them kids just legally become yours.
you got to be.
I think that's how it works.
So he was doing this for like years. She was doing this
Yeah.
for years. Then
Yeah, it's been going on for years.
why wouldn't you just like say something?
What do you mean?
How
It's not.
could
It's
you
not
do-
him.
Why would you?
No, I'm saying her. Like
Why
why
would-
would if allegedly
You think she
If
want to
you were
fuck up that
doing this-
lifestyle?
exactly, Alisha?
still
NBA
is homeboy broke? Is the bestie broke?
I don't
No,
know.
you my homeboy.
Dog.
Dog, you up?
You could have just left him and been like, I don't want to be with you no more, and got some child support and just kept it a
Hold
buck.
on, wait. Ain't
But-
Wiggins getting
but
like
if the
30
kid's not-
mil a year?
If the kid's not yours, you can go to court and fight that. It might take a while, but you can.
No,
go to court
I'm
and fight
saying
that.
like what I want to know. What suspected? Like, how did they get to that conclusion? There
I
had to
don't
be
know.
some.
That's
How
why
did
this
it
is
take-
all.
airing
This is
out?
all
Yeah,
alleged and nothing has been proven.
Yeah, so this is all he say, she say.
Yeah,
Bullshit, but we potters, so we potting.
Yeah, it's like Andrew Wiggins made $33 million a year. What you talking about?
She got the best of both worlds.
Some
Rich
slight?
nigga and broke nigga dick.
Some slight,
best of both
man.
worlds.
It's like you with that $10K a month OnlyFans shit. I'm like, what are you talking about? That is not slight. That's 6 figures for taking pictures.
If I'm talking about OnlyFans making $10K, that's fucking pathetic. I'm sorry.
$10K a month is a lot to be.
I better be making more than that.
For
Period.
taking pictures.
Period.
Women just think
women
just think making money like that is just that easy. It's not. So if you
No, I'm saying if I'm gonna be on OnlyFans, if I'm doing that, like if that's my career move, I better be making like more than that, fat stacks.
10K a month.
Because 10K a month is not
I get
even,
what you mean, saying like in order for me to do that, I have to be making more than
it's
that.
like a little over fucking 100,000. Like that's not a lot of money.
One thing you got to understand too about the market right now, it is getting over polluted.
Correct.
Like it's getting oversaturated, and so not everybody's gonna be willing to pay their rent money to see some pictures of just you. When like I could go get this for free or go pay for a top 1%ers or somebody that
that's
actually.
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't go on there
with.
unless I'm making. You know what I'm saying?
I get what Alisha's saying. Like,
yeah,
I get what she mean by that. Like,
that's why I'm not on there.
The only way she would do it is if she's making that kind of money.
More than that.
I mean, making more than that. But like, it's kind of like podcasting in a sense. Everybody's doing the podcast now and everything, but only select ones is really blowing up.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. OnlyFans. A lot of chicks see that OnlyFans money and be like, "Yo, I can make that," and then they get on there and start selling their OnlyFans. Like, "Yo, this ain't really bringing shit." Besides niggas just trying to fuck. And then once you only make a couple $100 after so long of doing it, you give it up. But then that stigma sticks with you after that too.
That's what I'm saying. 10K is a lot of money, but like not enough for me to be doing it.
When I tell you, like every 2 to 3 months, I see on Snapchat a different girl that I know, like just all of a sudden start posting like shaking ass videos and all this shit, and then like, oh, subscribe to my private Snapchat and then link to my OnlyFans. All this shit.
Private snaps?
Yes, they still. Oh yeah, they still do that. Like cash at me, and then I'll get you linked to my private Snapchat. And then if you don't re-up, I'll delete you.
And most of the time, that's what I'm saying. Wow. And most of these girls aren't even getting naked and doing sexual stuff. It's just the same pictures they have on their normal page. And they literally just make you pay for it.
That's what I like.
Some more exclusive ones and some different underwear.
But the stigma of OnlyFans is what fuck them over.
Yeah. Hey, but listen, ladies, if you're out there and you need a manager for your OnlyFans, holla at me.
If you need someone to just like run over the page, hit me up.
She can be there with me.
A bestie to look over the page, make sure it's
I'm only here for the money.
Yeah.
I don't want you, baby. Listen, we going strictly business. Strictly business.
Yeah, be careful with that type of shit though, because the same thing that's happening with Jonathan Majors.
What's happening? Oh, with the beating on the lady?
What you mean?
You know, Jonathan Majors, he's getting dropped from everything right now.
Why?
His supposed girlfriend. Also, this is kind of alleged, kind of not. Kind of like you read up on it, you pick what parts is true, what parts is not.
But they drop videos showing like the interactions and stuff.
He said that. I mean, it came out saying that he abused his girlfriend, like beat her bad, and then stories started coming out saying Jonathan Majors, and this whole time coming up, he was really a shitty person and X, Y, and Z and blah blah blah. But then, of course, it's those like plant people that just come out and say like, I work with people, but I'm not going to say who it was that worked with him and said that he was this type of person. Then it came out that actually he was the one that called the police in the situation because she was wilding out.
Yeah.
And she retracted the charges claimed against him saying that he beat her.
Yeah, like she was taking blame for the fight, it looks like it said.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what happened, they was in, I guess, the hotel or somewhere, and altercation happened. He called the police for her mental well-being and stuff because she was a little out of it. But she tried to make it seem like he was just beating on her and doing some stuff to her. When really he the one, once the police got there, she flipped the whole story up. And then they detained him. I believe that's how it went.
So he had 2 ads with the Navy or the Army or something. Yeah. They dropped him. He was losing movie roles left and right. It came out that Marvel or spectated that Marvel was contemplating on what to do with him if these charges were true.
I know Marvel's sick.
Another, I forgot what other company he was working with, came out and said they're suspending him till they find out what the truth is and all that shit, just to find out, all because these charges came against him, and it was just real fishy because he was at the peak of everything with the Marvel movies, Creed.
He hit his top.
He was that nigga.
Yeah, you can't play with those allegations nowadays, though.
And then
you can't play with those allegations.
And then all it took was this one false claim saying that he did this for him to start his life to start crashing down and shit start getting made up about him and X, Y, and Z. Then it came out that she's retracting the charges and it wasn't even true at all. But his reputation is still ruined.
Yeah,
I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, that's all they were talking over the weekend.
Yeah.
This must have been recent.
Yeah,
I was gonna say because I just saw him like.
It's been like within the last 5 days.
Okay.
It's like shit like that bothers me because the person who makes these claims always is protected. You never hear their name. You never
30-year-old woman, no name.
You can look at his girlfriend, though. You can see a picture.
You can look her up, but I'm saying when it first came out, they didn't say it was her. This is his whole
significant other?
Yeah. And like it comes out that like 30-year-old woman claims that Jonathan Majors abused her, blah, blah. And then it comes out that those charges are not real. That person's still protected, but this man's livelihood is now fucked up. Now he has this stigma on him that he possibly do this, and he might lose all these gigs still.
Yeah.
It's so fucked up that it's easy to ruin people's reputation like that, and you can't get that back.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other party not forced to take any type of accountability whatsoever, even if they were a willing participant, and what led to the issue escalating to the point it ended up being at. It's almost like the same thing with that Ime Udoka situation, where
Boston Celtics, they didn't want him. They wanted to ruin that nigga.
Yeah, like they dragged him out in the public for no reason instead of handling that shit in-house. And then when they brung it up and they were consensual relationships, they didn't bring up any of the other people that were involved, just him.
No,
the only one.
They wanted to ruin that nigga because that happened in all sports all across the world. And nothing ever comes out that this is the reason why this person or that business never hit the light of day. But the moment y'all get to the finals and he's looked at as one of the best coaches in the league and everything, y'all want to get that nigga up out of there. So then y'all drop this story, even though it possibly is true, in which it more than likely is true, but y'all didn't have to leak that shit to the press because now his reputation is ruined. Not only did y'all embarrass him, y'all embarrassed Nia Long because he's dating her and y'all say he's dating her and X, Y, and Z, blah, blah. Y'all didn't have to drag her into it. Y'all talking about y'all care about the safety of the women, blah, blah, but y'all didn't check up on Nia Long and ask her that.
Drop her name immediately. Yeah.
She's walking around getting asked questions about that shit left and right. She's like, bro, y'all didn't give a fuck about that. Y'all should have kept this in-house. Y'all embarrassed him, embarrassed her, but y'all say face of the woman that he was fucking with.
But that was purposeful. Because
the media don't care about
you
nobody.
fucked my girl, so now I got at least embarrass your girl.
No, they care about their people.
And the story.
But yeah, Jonathan Majors.
I
still fine.
I still fuck with you too, man.
Me too.
I
still fuck with you. Don't be putting your hands on people though.
I rock with you too.
I do think they need.
Up. That's literally this is staying on him right now.
I do think they need to pass a law saying that if you are making these big false claims on people, whether you out here like sexually harassing people, or I'm gonna use the word grape for TikTok purposes, but out here graping people or abusing them, all these horrible, heinous crimes. If it comes out that you falsely accuse them, you should do their time. You should do that time that they was going to get.
I 100% agree.
I think there is some repercussions for that, isn't there?
No, it's not.
I think there is.
Other than just suing them for money, but other than that, that's it.
No.
They don't need no jail time on them for that.
If you do like a Jussie Smollett type thing, to where you embarrass the whole police department levels,
that's wild.
That's when they'll like do something bad.
Oh, okay.
But other than that, no.
Lying.
I think he got jail time.
He got jail time.
It wasn't long, but
he's still out here claiming that
he's innocent.
He's innocent. Wow.
Hey, nigga, go to jail. Say that.
But I definitely think that because one, you're making it hard for people to actually believe victims of said situations.
Exactly.
Because now, anytime a story come out, people are quick to side eye it. Like, well, I'm gonna wait till the facts come out. Then you get people arguing about X, Y, and Z. Believe this person. You should always believe a victim. But then it comes out that people are lying. Those type of things should be taken extremely serious. If you're gonna make this claim on someone, be truthful. Don't just lie because your feelings are hurt.
Yeah.
Or you embarrassed of a situation. Take your L and move it. Because now you ruining this person's life. Possibly gonna end up in jail, and if he goes to jail, that's money for the state. They're not about to just let him walk out if it turns out that you lied about it. Then everybody's like, "Oh, our bad, bro. Go ahead and leave." That's still on his record.
Yeah,
it's fucked. I definitely think that the person, if you falsely accuse somebody of doing that, you should get the time that they were serving.
I 100% agree.
They ain't gonna do it though.
When you're at the top, the devil will come knocking.
They should. They should definitely do that because it's more money for them still. That's actually more money for them. Yeah. If I falsely accuse you of doing something, then it turns out that you didn't actually do it, they're not getting no money because the person's not going to jail.
Exactly. They need you to go in that box.
Yeah, you go into jail. You a ticket number. That jail number, that's a ticket number for the person that owns it.
That's a receipt.
Like, damn, it's a scarlet letter they got to carry with them.
Yeah. So if it comes out that you claiming that this person did it, I'm like, okay, well, before we want you to sign this paper, let you know, like, if it turns out that you are lying about this, you will serve time for this.
Yep.
That would stop so many people right then and there. Like, they gonna second guess their actions right then and there. Be like, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna leave this alone.
Exactly.
And I get that it's not as easy as I'm making it sound like for people that's being abused or all in these situations to come out and actually admit these things happen to them or go to the police or X, Y, and Z. It's not. I'm not saying that it's that easy, but when the person finally get the courage up to actually go do it, I don't want them to be second guessed that they actually going up there and doing it. I don't want people questioning like this ain't really happening to them or blah blah blah. Like, no, it takes a lot for a person that goes through those situations to actually come out and say it. So when you actually do come out and say it, and people are saying that didn't happen to you because this happened to other people being falsely accused, that's fucked up. And it's only fucking that person up more because now they gonna go back into their shell. They're like, I should never even came out and said this now.
But this is the reason why it would never get passed. Because if a person comes out, an actual victim comes out and tells their story, if they can't find evidence, then technically, how would you even classify them? Would you classify them as somebody who's falsifying this?
Yeah.
So that's where it will get tricky, and that's the fucked up part. I
would say give it a what's that called? Statute of limitations. There's no reason Bill Cosby should have served time for all that shit that apparently happened in the 60s and 70s.
That was all consensual.
I think it was, but
they literally was saying like, but
when cases come up like that, I'm a big advocate of I would have to be in the courtroom. Like, I would have to see the evidence. Like, as shitty as it sounds, like I can't trust stuff like that.
Something like that happened in the 60s and 70s, and you getting arrested for it in 2018.
But what kind of evidence did they have?
There is no evidence.
They literally didn't have none.
Unless
they had to have some kind of evidence to take it all the way to court. Like,
all they had was the women testimonies.
The big conspiracy theory it's a big conspiracy theory with that whole situation. But unless like you said that I stabbed you, and you come out with it 30, 40 years later, and you have a big gash wound, that's like the only evidence you really got. It's hard to really keep evidence from that fucking long and prove it.
And then you can even, as a good lawyer, gash could have came from anything. You could have been working in the kitchen. You could have been working in construction. You could have went past something. Any freak accident could have happened.
A whole jury had to believe those statements, though. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's one person like, all right, yeah, you're guilty. You know what I'm saying?
I just think it shouldn't be as easy to claim somebody did something. Yeah, and I think nothing happened to you because now my life is potentially ruined.
Yeah, correct.
Because you got to think, if it happened to Jonathan Majors, who's a big celebrity, like, yeah, he's still going to get opportunities and stuff because it turned out that it wasn't true.
Yeah.
But
always gonna have to carry it.
Regular Joe Schmo out here, regular everyday people like us, we get hit with a false claim like that you don't really recover from that. You could lose your job. You could end up in jail. You could lose. Yeah. Depending on what you get claimed, get claimed against you, you could possibly lose your children. You could lose your whole house.
Be put on, depending on the situation, sex offender list.
No grace.
You ain't even did.
Yeah.
And you really ain't even assaulted nobody for real.
Yeah. You got to have...
she just mad at you for some other shit, so now she knows she can get this shit off.
You got to get supervised visitations with your kid. You can't go to like daddy-daughter dance, mother-son dance, depending on what happened. All that shit gets fucked up because one person claimed that you did something that you didn't really do. It should not be that easy to fuck somebody's life up like that.
But it is.
And that's the part that fucking scares me. That's the part that scares me. Because after it comes out that like it wasn't true, it just go, oh, our bad. That's all you get is our bad. You don't get any of that time back. You don't get any of that money back that you lost out on. You don't get any of those opportunities back that you lost out on. It's fucked.
And if you see the person that it's always the people that's closest to you. If you're with somebody that is unstable and you really never can predict their moves, it's only going to get worse over time. And if you planning on being something in your life or trying to elevate to a certain level, they will strip everything away from you to ruin you because that's what they want to do.
I can't imagine ruining somebody's life like that because I'm mad. I can't make a permanent decision based off temporary feelings.
A lot of people do.
I know a lot of people do.
I can see the other
do it
side
easily
of the coin.
I get why people do it. I just can't fathom like actually doing it.
Everyone's like built different, so I can understand like, especially I can understand.
It depends on what like. If I socked you in the face and you went and got a gun, I understand why you got a gun. That's different. But if we in a relationship and we going back and forth, we argue and I say I'm done with you or blah blah blah, I ain't about to do this shit no more. Then you go out and say that I was out here abusing you and doing this shit. That's fucked up.
Some people are just delusional.
Get a gun pulled on you for punching your mouth.
Hey,
like,
don't dish it out. Don't dish it out.
Nobody's throwing dukes up.
Don't go to no certain situations, bro.
Hey, I don't engage.
To whip them out.
Don't engage for a reason.
No.
I'm clearly ill-informed.
People have been shot for less.
In the same sense, you can't tell people how to react to a situation.
You can't.
If I push you and you punch me in the face, I can't be mad that you punched me in the face because I pushed you.
Yeah.
If I punch you in the face and you pull a gun on me, I should never punch you in the face.
That's true. Also true.
So like you can't really be like you went overboard with that. It's like, no, he should never punch me in the face. But I think ruining somebody's life is fucked up. Taking somebody's life is also fucked up. But
I do think you can tell them you went overboard, but their reaction is their reaction.
Yeah.
But you can tell a motherfucker, hey bro, you went overboard.
Definitely.
But your reaction is always your reaction. You can't control somebody's reaction.
I definitely think pulling a gun on somebody, you should be able to tell them like that's taking it too far.
Yeah,
falsely claiming somebody did something when they didn't, and it's gonna possibly ruin their life as far as job. If it can ruin their job wise, living situation wise, children or family wise, whatever. If it has ramifications like that, you should stop that person from doing that. Don't do that. Because
you literally can bring that onto yourself. Because of a person, you really stripped everything away from a person and they start feeling like I really ain't got shit to live for because you really just took me down there. Mm-hmm. And then they really come back and do something to you now.
Yo, I was talking with Caleb on something like that.
Like you say I did it now I'm really going to do it to you.
I might as well. I'm already accused of
what we was talking about before we started the podcast episode. About basically how social media is now the whole new news cycle and everything, and the whole school situation. I was talking with Kayla because she was talking about like how it's kind of scaring her to send Kingston to actual school when he gets older.
Homeschool.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to her about it. I'm like, it definitely worries me sending him to school, but I hate for him to miss out on the experience of it. And if it don't work, then we take him out of it. But I started thinking like, is it really getting worse? Or is it because social media is now the news that we think is worse? And Kayla, we started talking about the whole Nashville, Tennessee's shooter. Mm-hmm. And Kayla's like, she just can't get how people just do that. And I'm like, well, when people ain't got shit to live for, they'll take anybody down. They don't care. Like this one dude.
Or if you're sent to do it.
There's one dude, he I forgot what it was. Something on Twitter I seen. He was in a court case and he was getting like multiple life sentences because he had murdered his wife and his 2 children. And when he was allowed to speak in the courtroom, he's like, I don't regret any of it at all. Because I think she was divorcing him and taking everything, and he murdered her and the kids and everything. He like, I don't regret doing that at all. She was taking everything from me. So that man, like the way he was speaking is like he don't give a fuck. He don't have shit else to lose. He already a dead man walking anyway. He just people like that scare me, and you never know who that person is.
Yeah,
that's why you have to treat people with respect.
For real.
And if you think you about to ruin somebody's life, you put them to that level where that man was, I'm going down. You about to go down too.
Not only that, like those people sometimes won't even take it out on the person. Like this person, from what I know, children. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They won't even take it out on the person that it's intended to, because they have other things going on. They take it out on other people, strangers,
cowards.
It would be easier for them to just take it out on a random person.
In a sense, they're all cowards. Yeah, but I believe the more cowardly go after children.
It's horrible.
Mm-hmm. Like most of the time when people like that got nothing left to live, they going for one specific person, and then if you happen to be around, you getting hit too.
It's horrible.
The weak go for the weak.
But the people that like are true cowards, like I can't imagine murdering children. Well, let me not say it like that, because YouTube, I ain't trying to get this video taken down. Mm-hmm. I can't imagine targeting children.
Yeah, it's horrible.
I can imagine targeting anybody, but specifically children.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't do that either. It's like, kids that's a soft spot in my heart, bro. Kids are a soft spot for me, bro.
Oh, like the certain level of just delusion and fucked up you have to be in your head to be able to try and justify that.
I hate how they keep my bad.
Or like just try to because at the end of the day, I just feel like it's almost an attention grab type of thing. I think it's been 89 school shootings this year from what I heard.
2023?
I think so. Somebody fact check.
Yeah.
I think so.
Already?
Yeah.
Yes. It's only third month.
Yes.
Yes, bro.
Absolutely.
Yes, bro. It hasn't even been a full 90 days yet.
Yes.
So like,
there's one like every week at this point.
So like, think about how severe this shit is.
Some of them just don't make them in the media.
Yeah.
That's how bad it is.
Yeah.
It could. It's either a fear tactic, or they want people to start homeschooling their kids, and now school's going to be shut down to where everybody's home, and it's easy to control people that way. Ain't nobody interacting like that in person no more.
But I think it will start turning into a like homeschool camp kind of thing, like people who are like-minded or like a family. Because 100% honesty, that is why our society is fucked up. And I will always preach this. It's because we have been divided into our own individual boxes. We no longer congregate. That's it, right? Congregate together as units and as people anymore. And they have really, really divided and conquered us that way. Because anytime that people have, I'm not saying we overthrowing governments and stuff, but I'm saying anytime people have really put resistance against government and stuff is when the people were together. They communed, they talked, they broke bread together. People don't break bread together like that no more.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think they're going to shut down schools because the government regulated.
Shutting down schools, I feel like that'd be counterintuitive for their goal to try and keep us under control. That's why I don't feel like that's the case.
I think if they shut down schools eventually and everybody's at home, it makes people more individualized.
Yeah, they're not going to do that. No, not to mention, like people couldn't go to work. People couldn't, you know what I'm saying? There's a huge livelihood that would be undertaken, like with kids not going to school.
Yeah, because this is the thing.
Because most people depend on that for childcare.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
so that's what I'm saying.
That's easy to get people under control
in this economy.
People, I agree with what Amondo was saying. Like people, eventually, they will come together and do something for the community because not everybody has the luxury of time. They have jobs and other responsibilities.
But if you start making a big enough impact, like in your community, that's when the government come in and shut this shit down. Yeah. That's when you need a license to start doing
shit. Whoa! You're getting
it's the same thing with homeschooling.
That's when they get back to school, though.
No, it's the same thing with homeschooling. Like, if you start homeschooling your child, that's one thing. But if you start homeschooling multiple children, like if you start having like 10 kids and you homeschooling them, they're going to come in and be like, okay, you got a teaching license. That's considered illegal. You need a teaching license.
You're an educational institution.
Like, so if you shut down schools, everybody's going to have to start doing that.
They do have homeschool camps, like little homeschool, like where you can take your kid to and they're just like a homeschool person and you can check in on the kids and all that. Because that's where I'm leaning more so towards. And this is the thing, Clay. What experience... And this is the thing. We say that we don't want the kids to miss out on that experience. But the only reason we say that is because it's the only experience we know.
I agree with that.
It's true.
That's all we know.
It is, but with everybody being on phones and computers now, people ain't gonna know how to interact in person anymore.
I disagree. This is what I always say. School is not the only place that you get to interact with people.
It's not, but it's the main place where a lot of kids get to because their parents don't leave the house like that. So the kids don't get out like that. So you going to school is your daily interacting with other kids, interacting with other people type thing. So then by the time you become an adult, really all you know is your family, which is cool. But once you go out in society, you don't know that, like, you don't really get other people's sarcasm. You don't really get to figure out how to deal with situations or realize Mondo can handle the shit talking, but Josh can't. You don't really you learn that really dealing with big groups of people, you have to bump your head a couple times as a kid. So when you become an adult, you know, okay, I can only push buttons so far before I get knocked upside my head. Compared to where if schools are taken away, you lose that experience. By the time you're an adult, a lot of people, it's going to be a lot of fucked up shit happening.
I would say that would depend on the family dynamic overall because you can get a lot of those.
Soft. A lot of people are soft nowadays.
And a lot of people in schools are soft. People in school are in school not there. The environment is soft.
People school environments really haven't changed much.
It's the kids though.
Not only that,
environment.
Like,
it's the kids.
What level does it change? So say, okay, I'm gonna homeschool my kid to, 12th grade, high school. Mm-hmm. Then they go off to college. You don't think that kid's gonna have like anxiety, social anxiety issues?
Oh yeah,
a learning gap.
Because this is the thing.
Some kids will have learning gaps.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but y'all are only classifying it as the kid is only going to homeschool. He's never leaving the house.
Yeah.
The world is still out there. We can go out into the world and I can show you how to communicate and interact with people.
Correct. The world
I can put you in book clubs. I can put you in all different kind of clubs. You can still have interactions with people without going to school.
I agree with that.
I'm not saying that that's not a possibility. I'm looking at the possibility of majority of people are not going to do it. Introverted people or people who just lazy and don't like going out the house or don't like taking their kid out. So their kid is deprived of stuff. Not the kid's fault. It's the parents' fault for not taking their kid out to go out and have these experiences. And then also too, when the pandemic had everybody home, it made a lot of people more. People take the whole main character thing that their whole life, like everybody in their own life, I'm Batman, everybody else is Robin. Mm-hmm. So you go out in the real world and think everything has to be catered to you, to your liking. That's the whole Karen thing. That's where the whole Karen thing started, whatever. Or just basically people go out in the world and feel entitled to shit because that's just how they feel. That's going to skyrocket through the fucking roof.
You think it ain't already skyrocketed now? And kids is going
It's skyrocketed now, but it's going to be worse if school shut down. Then I'm telling you now.
No,
also, that's a lot of accountability. Like I'm thinking, say I have a kid right now, me and random.
And people don't like taking accountability.
That's a lot of. Not only is accountability as in you're creating a person, but like, okay, so I want to homeschool my kid. I don't want my kid going to public. Like you have to be there to implement. You know what I'm saying? To provide for them and to implement what everybody else is learning in order for them to succeed, unfortunately, because the system is not changing.
Yeah.
So that would be a lot of pressure. That's a full-time job. Especially when both parents are working, I have to commend you because what is the plan? Especially if you have more than one kid. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Raising kids is a full-time job. And if you are going to homeschool your kid, I mean, in general,
teachers alone be getting tired.
Kids need structure.
That's a 100-hour work week.
Easily.
Listen, kids need structure and discipline and routine. If you slack on any of those, your kid will spiral out
and do what they want.
You have to bring them back in. So you have to discipline yourself to be able to give that child all that stuff and raise them as well as teach them. A lot of people are not like that. A lot of people are out here having kids and still kids themselves.
Yes, 100% true. This is why I say there will be for the people, because I think if it comes to that time, it would go back to more so the woman being in the house.
That's wild, because I'm not going to.
That's wild. It's not. I'm not saying it's going to be everybody.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I'm not saying everybody, but I think that is the time we're finna start. If that happens, I think that's the time we will go back to, where women will be in the house more, which I do think it would help the world, with the United States of America, a whole lot. Because women, I don't think y'all understand the value and the importance of y'all in the home, because y'all outside in the world is one thing, but the foundation and the structure that is set by a woman in your household can change the lives, can make y'all lives something different. And it is a fucking superpower. And I think they have tricked women into believing that is something demeaning, but that is literally a fucking superpower to
turn a house to a home.
Turn a house into a fucking home. And you are literally, that's real work. Fuck going to a job.
Women are
that
creative.
Is real.
I don't think it's demeaning, but I don't think it's for every woman.
It may not be for every woman.
It is like
it may not be for every woman, but
I'm not saying
especially
that. I'm not
nowadays,
saying it's for,
really not.
I'm not saying it's for every woman. I'm saying that women look at it as demeaning.
I think, and that's the thing.
Some women.
No,
I think a vast majority.
If you go on social media, most women, like I won't say most, but a lot of women.
I don't think it's demeaning. Like I'm not knocking it. Do you? If you want a family, you want to stay there and raise a family, and make a house into a home, and not work. I love that for you. You do that if that's a feeling for you. But also, I don't think it should be downplayed for the women who have different goals and ambitions in their life. If they don't want to have children, if they don't want to stay at home, if they want to make the bread and, do that too. Or if they do want to have children and go to work, you know what I'm saying? And I think you can do both and succeed just as well.
Yes.
And I don't think it has to revert to the old ways to work.
No. It depends on having a job and raising the child correctly. Because it depends on what you're trying to do in said job. Like people want to compare like Beyonce and them, like they're great moms and they're blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But they have the lifestyle to where they can afford to be great at their profession and as well be their child because they make their schedules. Mm-hmm. When you work for a company and the company make your schedule, and if you move higher up, it's more responsibility and they take a majority of your time. Correct. You're not really raising your child like that.
Yeah.
So you might not be a shitty mom because you're being lazy. It's because you don't have enough time. And when you get home, you tired. It's late in the day.
Mm-hmm. That's both parents.
You miss everything. Yeah, that's both parents, which is why
it takes two to tango.
It does, which is why you need at least a parent in the house.
Yes.
And like I feel like when women have children, most women, I won't say all because there are some shitty mothers out there. But when women have children, they want to be with their child more. Mm-hmm. And the men, they're okay. Like, okay, if you're going to stay home, I'm okay because I know that you got them.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go to work. I'm going to put in these hours. I'm going to have to sacrifice time with them, but I'm supplying the lifestyle. You are like, yeah, you're sacrificing your money, but you're giving the child everything else that I can't give them right now because I'm not around, because I'm getting the money to support the lifestyle. I think that works great. It sucks because y'all both are sacrificing. One parent's missing stuff and the other parent's missing the other parent being there. But
you don't have to, I'm saying it all depends on what profession that you go into also with the missing stuff. Because you can be there still, because that is a fucking notion that I hate, that you have to miss your kid's shit. It's certain levels.
In order to provide.
It's certain levels, like the billionaire status and like the fucking extreme corporate top of the top shit. They literally sacrifice their family. They literally sacrifice everything in their life. And this is the only thing in my life for real.
I hate people like that put their job over their household. I'm not about to put something that'll replace me. If I died today, they have somebody replacing me tomorrow. I'm not about to put you over my family.
Listen,
if I say I need to go at this time because my family needs me at this time, I'm gonna have to leave at the time. I might not be able to move up in the company because of that said reason or whatever, which is cool. But y'all not about. I can't replace my family. Y'all can replace me. Mm-hmm. I'm cool with that. I'm willing to work harder for y'all if y'all willing to compensate with me. Just because y'all paying me doesn't mean y'all get all of my time.
It's really unfortunate too in America, like childcare, overall. Like, so, one of my coworkers is having twins, and like the most she's gonna get probably like is like 6 weeks paid. 2 brand new babies.
They want you to,
and then the rest she has to pretty much figure out. Take time. That's really horrible to me.
If the standard,
that's outstanding.
Bro, with your newborn,
that is ridiculous.
Newborn.
if the standard says like it takes a woman 6 weeks to fully recover, they're gonna hold you to that 6 weeks for you to fully recover, and it starts from the time where you go to the hospital. Okay, it starts
and
6
they're
weeks
born.
from here.
Correct.
6 like you called off the day because you about to have them. It starts right now.
That's if you have the perfect smooth.
Yeah, that's if you have the perfect.
Because when you got to go off earlier,
and they're perfectly healthy.
But that doesn't include like your postpartum,
correct?
Like possibly still being around. You might not have fully healed and all that shit. Recover in this 6 weeks. After this 6 week, you have to go into short-term disability, and you got to fight with the said person, whoever you got to talk to with that, and fill out paperwork. And that's going to take a couple weeks to finally come through. And by the time that finally comes through, you coming back to work.
And the positions that like we are in, for example, it's not like you could just like be like the remote or the work from home. Like you can only do so much. Like you're eventually going to have to come in.
Listen, a kid does not make it easy to work.
That's what I'm saying. Horrible.
And I think that also starts to add to a mother's mental health, though, because I just had my baby.
Yeah.
And if you start for women who go on through postpartum, listen, I know that shit is a task on y'all mental health, and to understand how detriment that can be to a woman, and then you also take her outside. Now she's forced to leave her baby. Because that's all she's thinking about. Once she had a baby and everything sinks in, it's cool. But once she go home and start realizing, I only get 6 weeks to really chill with you for real.
It's instinctual.
And now I have to literally depart from you every day to go back into this world. And I only had 6 weeks with you. Fresh. You just came in here. And that's if you had a smooth pregnancy. Now imagine a mother who didn't have a smooth pregnancy, who baby been sitting in the NICU probably for a week. So now you really haven't even been able to see your baby for this whole week. And now you're at home, and now you got to go to the hospital to see your baby because you can't even spend a night in the NICU. Some NICUs, you literally have to go home and depart from your baby. And then imagine finally getting your baby home and starting to get settled in, and your baby start getting sick or something. You have to go through all that, and now on top of that, you have to go back to work.
That's when you have to take that short-term disability or whatever.
Yep.
But that's going to have to do it. Be over an hour. That was just a real good one.
Yeah, no, that was heavy.
It started off funny as hell. We got to some shit though. I like it.
Yeah, we a little passionate or whatever. No,
I had to let y'all go at it for a minute. I'm like, yo, I like this.
Josh was like,
I think Mondo was looking at it glass half full, and I was looking at it glass half empty.
And I'm looking at outside the glass.
Yeah. And that's all the perspectives we need. Exactly. And that's the perspectives we need.
Y'all got any encouraging words for the listeners?
Come back to me.
Stay woke. Get out there and soak.
Ooh, that was a good one.
That was a good one.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Protect stay-at-home moms.
At all costs.
At all costs.
I like that. Oh God, like, damn.
I'm trying to think about say you want me to go.
You're not gonna make the OnlyFans money you think you're gonna make. Don't do it.
There you go, John.
And
you're mid.
Stop listening to music with your eyes and start listening with your ears.
My pussy pink, my booty hole brown.
Pound town.
I'm 6 years in the pound town, though.
Pound town.
All right, y'all. Let's go do this for the week. I'm Clay Tizzle.
I'm Jay Smooth.
Alisha.
Amondo.
Signing out.
Peace.
Yeah.